Hello, powerful ones. Dareen Pattergill, mindset mentor and behavioral specialist, talking to you today from Noosa, Queensland, Australia on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. And I would like to talk to you about imposter syndrome. Oh my goodness, let me tell you, I reckon this affects all of us. So statistically speaking, 70% of people suffer from imposter syndrome. That's what they say. So what is this syndrome? It sounds pretty scary. It's a syndrome. Well, don't become too attached to it, because it is just what you are doing in your mind, and whatever you're doing in your mind is changeable. Let me tell you that. So imposter syndrome is feeling like you're a fake, you're a fraud, you don't know enough. You've studied, you still don't know enough. Other people are better than you. People are going to laugh at you when they hear what you've got to say. If you step out and do something new, you will be caught out for being not good enough, not worth listening to, not worth hearing. It is so common. And let me tell you, you are in good company. Jennifer Lopez, the singer, suffers from it. Maya Angelou, the writer and poet, suffered from it. See what I mean? Jodie Foster, the Academy Award winner, suffered from imposter syndrome. I hear people that I look up to and respect discussing it all the time. It keeps coming up into my radar. I recently did a 3-day visibility challenge and it came up again. Why don't we want to follow our real purpose and put ourselves out into the world? And all these people said to me, I am afraid, I have a fear, I don't look right, I don't sound right. What will people think? I'll be caught out. Do not get into this trap. So today you've heard it from me, it is just a trap. And the secret is to realize that this is all coming from you. And where does that ultimately come from? Well, in my line of work, we trace everything back to childhood, because that's when you become conditioned and programmed to operate in the world. Now, it's not all bad. Your subconscious is programmed so that you can survive in this world. And one of the things we do is we stay aligned with our caregivers. They are the ones that keep us alive. And historically, you would have died if you strayed away from the tribe. You might have been killed by a lion, you might have starved. So we have this built-in survival part of our brain to keep us safe. And by listening to what our caregivers have to say, it keeps us safe. So they do teach us how to behave. Don't do that. That's not safe. Be careful. What will Auntie so-and-so say? You cannot talk without manners. And so gradually we start holding ourselves back and questioning, am I saying the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Any ahas there? I'm sure there are plenty. We all have it. So I'm encouraging you to look back into your past and just understand where this could come from. You know, maybe you're like me, where you stood up and said a speech at school and you were struck down by fear. What would everyone think? Would I really come across as stupid? I'd be caught out. You know, then I might lose friends. It's a survival thing. And once you understand it, you can unravel it and you can live with it. You can calm down that voice. And Martha Beck, who is or was Oprah Winfrey's life coach, she has actually animated that survival part of the brain. She calls it her little lizard. And when she feels it, she notices that her little lizard is sitting on her shoulder. So when you feel that voice or that resistance, and you know very well that it's not true and it's not to be listened to, You can turn to your little lizard and say, hello, Lizzie. And this is the beauty of tapping. When we tap away these past references, everything starts to change. When you see yourself as that young boy or young girl who can confidently go forth in the world and say what they have to say, and everybody is cheering you on, and we literally just reframe memories where we felt shut down. We adjust them to where we are standing in our power. So maybe you can go ahead and try that. And first of all, you have to tap down the emotion, because no doubt when you go in there, you might find some fear. You might actually feel it in your body. You might see a picture of yourself standing there delivering that speech, or somebody chiding you or telling you how to behave. So what you could do is we could try a little tapping exercise now. I'm going to just walk you through the process very briefly, and you can then try it on your own. So just imagine that scenario and notice if you see it, if you hear it. Notice if you have any sensations in your body. Make it as strong as you can. Rate it 0 to 10. And what is it? Is it a tightness in your chest? Do you see the children laughing? Do you see an adult reprimanding you? And you just notice it and take your fingers, your attention onto your fingers tapping, and you would say, let it go, let it go. I'm safe to let it go. I let it all go now. Squeeze your wrist and say peace. And then you'll go to your happy memory. And this is somewhere where you can feel really good. It's the opposite of that negative memory. And just go there now, close your eyes and feel how good it feels to be there right now. Make it stronger. Take a deep breath in, squeeze your wrist and say peace. And this is all a pattern interrupt to bring you back into the present, where you realize you are really the creator of your life. You are the one now who's making a decision to move forward, to not listen to those voices from the past or the survival brain that's keeping you in alignment, that's keeping you small, that's keeping you shut down. No, we don't want that. So now you go back and you check the original memory and notice that it'll start to come down. Notice that the sensation in your body might have changed. And what you'll do is you do rounds of tapping and then going back to your happy memory until it changes. I'm not going to do it now. I'll do that in another video. But right now, I'm just giving you the basic recipe for how to change those past references that have helped you buy into imposter syndrome or shut down or fear of showing up in the world. Sound good? Good. So that aside, I encourage you now that you have created space between those voices from the past and what your heart and soul really want to do in this world. You've created that space. And now I want the real you to jump in and take action. And I want it to be just something small, just a tiny step forward to going where you want to be. And it might just be speaking up in a conversation that you have tonight. It might be writing a post or adding a comment on Facebook, which you wouldn't normally do, or making yourself a step-by-step plan of what you would like to do with your life. I'm sure you have so many gifts that you want to share with the world. And it's scary trying new things. It really is, because you're moving out of your comfort zone. And remember, that survival brain doesn't like you to step out of your comfort zone. It likes you to stay safe exactly where you are. And when you understand this, It makes it so much easier to take those steps. And this is what successful people do. They create clarity. They know what they want and they start to do it. They start to focus in on what's really going to move them forward. So procrastination falls aside. Negative self-talk falls aside. And this is what I've shown you here right now. It's all inside of you. It's not actually out there. There's no one out there that you need to impress. It's all you. Who do you need to impress most? You. Don't buy into the whole, I'm narcissistic, or they're going to think I'm full of myself. You know, that's culturally what we've been led to believe. The successful people are being themselves. They are following their truth. And hey, life's short. What would you like to do with your life? What are you not doing? And, you know, you're probably feeling a little bit of disappointment with yourself. And then it grows and it grows. So I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you a permission slip today to banish imposter syndrome. There's no more power in it. I've just taken all the power out of it. Learn to live with that little voice, that little lizard on your shoulder. Learn to trust yourself. Start strengthening your self-trust, your self-belief. No one's going to believe in you until you do, till you believe in you. And we can do some tapping for that as well. And I'll just end off with a little bit of positive tapping. And that is, you can, when you start to feel that you've tapped down all the negative emotion, the fear, the shame, the embarrassment, the overwhelm, once you've tapped on all of that by just saying, let it go, let it go, let it go, notice it, and then focus on your fingers, let it go, the overwhelm, the embarrassment, what people may think. I let it all go. Just let it go, let it go. I'm safe to let it go. Peace. Go to that happy place where you feel really good, because that's the pattern interrupt that you're injecting into the bad feeling. Squeeze your wrist in. Peace. And when you say peace, again, that's a pattern interrupt. Your body knows what peace is. And then you go back, notice how it starts to come down. And then you can move into the positive affirmations, the positive tapping, the talk myself up. I can do this. It's safe to be me. It's safe to speak my truth. I'm stepping into my power. I'm cheering myself on. My friends and family are waiting for me. They're going to love what I've got to say, love what I've got to offer. No more wasting my gifts. I'm ready to share my gifts. I'm ready to move forward. I'm so grateful. I've got this. And peace. And there's just a little taster of what you can do to combat imposter syndrome. You've got this. I'm behind you. Let me know how you go. More videos to come if you like this one. So please let me know. Go well. Cheering you on. Bye for now. And peace.